Hey everybody, welcome to the stream and welcome to another day in Azeroth. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you very much for joining me. We are going to start things off today in Stranglethorn. We have some pirate stuff I want to wrap up. We have an Elder Crocodile skin to go after. We have a couple of troll legends to find. Yeah, lots of stuff to do here. Basically all over the zone. So that's what we're going to be doing today.
What can I do for you?
And if we get through all that stuff, then we'll probably go to Tannerus and start working on the intro stuff there.
For the Alliance.
Talon, Dreamit, Wayne, Dave, Wojwoda, Eags, Carnage84, Euros, Chaos, David, Mr. Santa. Welcome to the stream, everybody. If we go west out of the gate, we can go after Snuff, and we can go after Akiris by the bundle. Yeah, let's go this way. There should be pirates over here, there will be Naga, and there will be more pirates. You might be thinking to yourself, something looks different. And you might be right. Hey, Lady Jude, welcome to the stream. Man, I have to go into Berserker stance against these casters, because fireballs actually still hurt a lot. I don't have a keybind from battle stance into Berserker stance. Let's swap these around. Hello? Nope. Nope. Okay. Apparently my action bars have been locked. I didn't lock my action bars because I never lock my action bars, which means Blizzard locked my action bars. Okay. Why are these locked? It's, yeah, like, whatever they did, like, they locked my action bars. Thank you for defaulting me to locked action bars. It's really awesome. Did they turn off auto loot? Like, what else did they mess with? The nameplates from retail. Yeah, we got the retail nameplates. After the patch. And I don't mind it. Firstly, you have a lot of different options. Like, I settled on these because I like having the name and the text inside of the bar, but you can pick different like kinds of bars. You can make them bigger or smaller. Actually, you can't make them smaller. This is the smallest they get. But yeah, it's actually kind of a nice quality of life. Like, see, I'm using modern, but you have lots of different... You can see the guy in the background there. You can't really use the classic one anymore. That's my like main complaint, is like the classic one. They should have just left exactly how it looked in this game. And they didn't do that. And so people are going to be really pissed about that. They're going to say, oh, I wish I could just keep the old ones, not the new reinterpretation of the old, because this is not it. Obviously. But yeah, you got lots of choices. You can make them bigger. Like, how big do you need it to be? It can be that big. You know, you can make them absolutely enormous. I have them turned down all the way. I'm gonna keep modern. I think modern works best. I like that we get to see the health values of all the mobs. They just put it in. Yeah, they don't ask permission anymore. They just do stuff. They never asked permission, to be fair. And it's kind of unfortunate that you just can't keep the actual classic bars if you like those. But whatever. I like this, so it makes me happy enough. It's not classic. This isn't classic at all. That's the thing. It's like, this is not classic era. If you want no changes, then you have classic era realms to play on. And classic era hardcore realms to play on if you don't like any of the modern changes. But this is classic Anniversary, which is by its name a different game than classic. And so not only did they never say it was going to have no changes, I think like right out of the gate they started making changes with Anniversary right away just to set the precedent of, hey, we're going to change stuff. I don't know. All the changes they put in. I want the modern auction house. That's what I really want. Please give me the modern auction house. And then the QOL will be complete. I don't think we need anything else. We've got edit mode, we've got the nameplates now. Give me the updated auction house, and then we're good to go. Exponent Poet, welcome to the stream. Well, automated group finder is like, yeah, well, yeah, but that's not like a modern invention. I'm just talking about like, you know, stuff that they've made recently, like all the cool new UI stuff that they're coming over from Modern Mod. But yeah, obviously we need the automated group finder. But obviously we're not getting that until Wrath of the Lich King 3rd patch, so it's going to be a while. I mean, there's lots of things we could like to have. Yeah, I like these. I think these look really good. I think it's really awesome that you can make them bigger if you want. How was the Void Demon Hunter? Like it's best played at endgame, I think. Like it was gonna. It seems like now that it's level 80, because I had to boost it. It was not going to be enjoyable in any way to level that spec up, and maybe it's not enjoyable to level up characters in retail at all right now, unless you have heirlooms. I would say it's just a hell of a time, because the only content you can reasonably do is the Kata content, because the Kata content assumes you can fight one mob at a time. If you try to do any other content, you're not going to have any tools to handle like AoE pulls and stuff like that. The more you level up, the weaker you get, which I think we can all agree is like the antithesis of an RPG. An RPG should never have the feeling of the more I level up, the weaker I get versus my environment. But that's exactly what happens right now with retail leveling. If you don't have a set of gear that levels up with you, then every time you ding, the enemies ding, except they get a lot stronger and you still suck. And so I think it's a problem on probably most specs. I think there are some specs that are just kind of overtuned at lower levels and they get through okay. And then there are some specs that are not designed for leveling. Demon Hunter, Void Demon Hunter was something never designed to be leveled from level 1. Like, they never designed it that way. It probably wasn't even tested like it. So I think it'll be fun to do delves in. But leveling it up, well, I had to boost it. I had to boost it. It seems like it works fine at endgame. It's like one of the best classes, one of the best specs. Like, it's performing really well. Maybe it's performing well because it's broken, but it's just impossible to level right now in retail. I leveled a lot of characters when they were doing the Winds of Mysterious Fortune, when they were just like, you'd loot a body and you'd get a bag, and inside the bag would be an awesome piece of gear. And you accumulated this set of gear, and you found them frequently, so you were always upgrading. So it's like your gear was able to progress with you, in a similar way that it would do if you had a full set of heirlooms. And so leveling characters that way in retail was really fun. I had a great time. I leveled like 3 toons back to back. But without that, without either consistent heirlooms leveling with you or getting upgrades from those loot bags, it sucks. It's just a real drag. You can do it. You can do it. It just isn't fun. It's not fun to be like chipping away at things when the classes are designed to be, you know, more powerful, but then suddenly you're not powerful. You just... It's like you're slapping everything with a wet noodle. Wins a Mysterious Fortune. Yeah, I like when that comes back. Oh, I'd love to level some classes when that's around. That was a really good time. But failing that, I don't know. They need to look at heirloom gear, and they need to find a way to make the heirloom stuff more attainable and more accessible to more people. When I'm doing endgame stuff in any expansion, I should be able to take a certain currency, whatever currency I'm gonna not need first. Like whatever the weakest currency is. Eventually, I should be able to use that currency that I'm banking and not using to buy heirlooms. I couldn't even tell you where the hell the heirloom vendors are at in modern WoW. I have no idea where they're at. I don't know if there are multiples or just one. I don't know if the only cost for... I don't know anything about the heirlooms in the game because the game hides the heirlooms from new players. It doesn't talk about them, it doesn't bring them up, it doesn't make them accessible to get or attain, and yet to enjoy leveling up characters, you kind of need them. They're kind of a must-have now, the way the game is. But they're just hidden away in the old capital city somewhere. And the game never talks about it. And so in those times when we get something like the Winds of Mysterious Fortune, leveling up in retail is a lot of fun. The classes are fun, the button pushing is awesome, the specs are interesting, the talents are good. All that stuff is good, it's all true. But when you can't get geared, and when every time you level the environment gets stronger than you, it just feels bad. Because nobody plays an RPG for that reason. Nobody plays an RPG so that as you get more powerful, the world outpowers you. But when you can play it in a way that problem is solved, whether it's Winds of Mysterious Fortune or Heirlooms, when you can play it in a way that that's solved, then it feels great, and they need to look at it. They need to look at that. Just make it so people can level up characters and have it feel good. Whatever you're doing with level scaling, it's not working. You're either the enemies are scaling up too much past like level 15 or 20. Like somewhere in there, the enemies start scaling too much as you start leveling too fast, and you're not getting any new equipment. And so they just need to fix it. It's when people can't level up a character in your game and enjoy it, that should be a huge problem. That should be like #1 priority. Players are not enjoying leveling up characters in our RPG. Okay, well then how the hell are we ever going to get new players? In order for a new player to become a player, they have to level a character first. And like right now, I can't imagine being a new player coming into WoW and trying to level a character and like just not understanding why everything is beating my ass. Like what am I supposed to do? I'm leveling up, I'm using my abilities, and the environment is getting stronger and stronger, and I'm not. Like that must really suck. To come into that and have no idea why it's happening, have no idea about the things that might be able to help you through it, you know, even knowing the game enough to say, well, you know, I really have to dungeon grind. I really have to dungeon grind on this class because I just am not getting gear, and so that's what I need to do. And that's fine for an experienced player. But a new player isn't going to know to do that. They're not going to think to do that. They're just going to wonder why the hell everything is getting harder and harder as they level up in the same area. It's like I'm in the same area, fighting the same mobs, and just things are getting more and more powerful, and I'm not. But it's weird because it's my level that's going up, and it just must be a really shitty experience for like anybody trying to get into the game. They could probably like quadruple their new player numbers and their new player retention, especially their new player retention, if they had a new player experience that felt good and made sense. If they had a new player experience that felt good, made sense, was scaled properly, they could probably like quadruple their player retention, because the game is legitimately fun to play. It's a gorgeous game with amazing button pushing, just amazing classes, really thematic classes and specs. Like, it's so good. But it sucks to play sometimes. In so many different parts of it, it sucks to play. It's such this this double-edged sword, this conundrum, where on the one hand the game is so good, but you take certain slices of it and the new player experience is one of them, and it's horrible. It just feels really bad. That's it. Rant over. Alright, we actually have all of the snuff we need. So we are gonna go find the Naga next. We got Naga, and also, though, we have raptors back here. Maybe we should, well... no, let's go do the Naga first. Well, I mean, the problem with using the auction... Okay, back to rant. Okay, we're returning to the rant! The problem with using the auction house to gear up like you might do in Classic is that a lot of times, the green items on the auction house, which in Classic are affordable, which they're reasonable, in retail, a lot of times they're severely overpriced. Like, you'll get a green, but it'll be like a 300 gold green, which for a lot of retail players isn't a lot. But for a new player or a fresh account, at level 20, 300 gold is way too much. I don't have 300 gold at level 20 for an item. And the reason it's like that is because transmog. Because for the most part, people are not selling those items thinking that people are going to buy them to level with, because why would someone do that? They think that people are after those items for transmog, and they're correct. And so all of the prices for low-level gear on the auction house are all in the hundreds of gold, not in the single golds, not in the 50 silver, 20 silver, which you might find in Classic Era for the same item. All that stuff is severely overpriced. So you can't really use the auction house unless you want to buy a WoW token, and then you absolutely could, but again, from a new player perspective, what onboards you to the auction house exactly? Do you know of any part in the game that gives you a quest to go buy an item on the auction house? I know that right away when I create a WoW character, I get a quest to go to the trading post, because the trading post could become a way for me to spend real money on the game. But there is not a quest that takes a new player to the auction house and walks them through how to use it and explains why they ought to. That doesn't exist. So as a new player, you're still in a bind. You don't know about the auction house, you don't know about heirlooms. So even if you were willing to buy a WoW token to get this game off the ground because, you know, your friends have told you how great it was, it seems really great, and you really would like to play it, even if you were to buy a WoW token, you would not know where to spend that money to get your heirlooms or to go to the auction house, because nothing in the game is going to onboard you to that. You're going to have to bring outside knowledge with you, which some people do, but a lot of people don't. Like I said, I don't even know where the heirloom vendors are anymore. I probably used to know where they were back in Wrath, back in Kata, into Mop. I probably knew where they were at one point. I don't know anymore. I've forgotten, and I don't know if they ever moved. And I don't even know what currencies, or if it's only gold, one would use to buy heirlooms. So even I, a veteran player, like, I don't know where to go to get my heirlooms. No idea. I mean, I could Google it, sure. But the game sure does not want you to really know about them, unless you already know about them. And then let's say that all the heirlooms are available for gold, which I think they are. How many WoW tokens does it take to get all of my heirlooms and get them all maxed out? I bet Google AI knows the answer. Although my AI has been spotty recently. Yeah, I got nothing. The information is out there somewhere, though. Somebody who has a better computer than I do, that's more reliable, could probably look that up. How much gold does it cost to buy and upgrade all the heirlooms? Probably millions. My guess is millions. There's a vendor in Silvermoon that sells them, in New Silvermoon. They used to be in Ironforge. And then yeah, the guild vendor, yeah. See, that's what I remember. The guild vendor had some. The badge vendors took their turns having some. You know, we had Justice badge heirlooms for a while. Like, the different vendors have taken their turns. And then now they're somewhere, you know? You think it's only 200,000 gold to get and upgrade all of my heirlooms? Ooh. That'd be worth a WoW token. That would be basically one WoW token. If you could purchase and fully upgrade all of the heirlooms in the heirloom list for 200,000 gold, I would be shocked. Yeah, Google Gemini says between 2 and 2.5 mil. That's what I think. I think that maybe like one set, you know, like one full set might cost you 150k. Like, if I wanted to get everything I needed to do a Demon Hunter, that would probably cost me 200,000 gold, 150,000 gold. But if I wanted to get everything for the different sets, like, that's going to be 2 or 3 mil. And let me tell you, like, back, if you were able to collect these while they were coming out, they weren't that expensive. And there were many means of getting them. You could often, like I said, you could use badges from the current expansion, and they would be badges that if you were raiding or doing heroics, you didn't really need a lot of those badges anymore. So you would take those badges that you didn't need but you were still getting from content, and you would go buy heirlooms. And now there's absolutely no way to do that. Now they just want your money. They want your in-game gold because they know that you can get in-game gold with real-life money, and that's what they're after. So yeah. So if I wanted to level up a character in retail and I didn't want to wait for like a Winds of Mysterious Fortune, I'd have to look at my heirlooms, go to the heirloom vendor, and I'd have to make sure that we had a full set. Because that's the only way that you're going to enjoy the game and enjoy the leveling process. And it can be very enjoyable. I enjoyed it on like 3 tunes back to back during the Winds of Mysterious Fortune event. So, like, I know the game, I know it's there, but, you know, you have to invest all this money and time, mainly just money, into making it fun. And I don't know if I should have to necessarily pay real-life money to make the game feel fun. I think the game should feel fun as a matter of course. End of rant. Starlord, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. And welcome to anybody I missed while I was ranting. Yeah, so for about 20 bucks, you could have a full set of gear for a character to do a leveling run. Now, I don't know what level the heirlooms go up to anymore. I don't know if they take you all the way to level 80. I would hope that they would. Well, Nencho, I missed you, man. You're not green, man. I'm just like, I try to get everybody, but sometimes green stands out. Welcome to the stream, buddy. It's hard to greet everybody and play the game, believe it or not, but I try to get most people. But I always miss some. Some people are always going to fall through the cracks. That's just how the world works, you know. There's always going to be cracks, and some people are going to fall through them. Thankfully, falling through the crack here doesn't have like a high penalty or a high cost. You fall through the crack, nothing happens. There's many other systems and ways you can fall through cracks that could be very detrimental to your existence, so if you're going to fall through the cracks, do it here. You know what I think might fix most of their problems? And it would be a way for the player to fix the problems themselves. Have a way to turn off level scaling. Let me choose whether or not I want a level scaled journey. Because a lot of people do, because it allows you to go anywhere you want, which is really cool. But if you know how to play RPGs, you know that a lot of times the trick to a smooth journey is out-leveling your content. And if I had an option in retail to turn off level scaling, well, by George, we could have all kinds of fun then. You know? Like, we could do all kinds of fun stuff. We can zone hop till our eyes bleed. We can out-level content. If I'm feeling too weak, we can go to a lower level zone. There's an easy way to let players fix the problem of character power themselves, and it's by not having level scaling. Traditional RPGs were always set up in the way that, you know, the easiest thing you can do to control the difficulty of content was to control the mobs that you're fighting. If you're feeling like content is too hard, go into a lower level area. If you're feeling like content is too easy and you're not getting a challenge, go into a higher level area. This puts the control of the difficulty directly in the player's hands. The player cannot even say, this game is too hard or this game is too easy, because you have choices. You get to determine if it's going to be easy or if it's going to be hard or if it's going to be that medium experience. And all you gotta do is have an RPG with levels and no level scaling. Just make it an option. That's all. Just make it an option and see how many people prefer it. Because level scaling just makes your life harder as a developer anyway. Because then as a developer, you are responsible for how hard the game is to play. You are responsible for how powerful or weak a spec is. All the blame is on you, the developer. When you don't have level scaling, you have to be able to get into the minutiae of scaling mobs and characters. And you can't. You can't do it all. And so why even take on that responsibility as a developer? Don't do it. Just give the mobs levels, let the character level up, and say, here are the enemies, that's their level. You go where you want. You want to get your teeth kicked in, go where the enemies are red. You want an easy experience, go where they're green. This is simple. There's no reason to do anything differently. Because you're never going to get a game better balanced than when a player can balance it themselves. Starlord, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. That is incredibly generous of you. I really appreciate that. Welcome. You hit some VIPs too, which I appreciate. Welcome to the 10 new folks. Thank you for hanging out with us and listening to me rant about retail. Appreciate y'all being here. But okay, now my rant's over. I swear. I think I've said everything. It's kind of like an after action report, you know? Like I played some retail. Now we get the after action report, but I think that's it. That's all I got. You guys get the idea. A lot of you have already thought about all these things yourselves. Will I ever venture back into hardcore? Yeah, I'm sure I will at some point. I often think about it. And I'm sure at some point I will. Whether that'll show its face on a stream or as a recorded series, I don't know. Hardcore is a really good place, like, and I've used it for this before. It's a really good place to fall back to when, for whatever reason, if I'm not having fun. Honestly, like if I'm doing a lot of stuff, but I don't have any goals and I'm not really having fun with what I'm doing, like hardcore is a good place to fall back to. Because hardcore is really immersive. And in hardcore, my brain has to work in like a completely different way outside of simply playing the game. And so often if I'm feeling kind of jaded about it, like if we're dragging out in an expansion and I've leveled some characters and I don't really have goals or really want to do anything else, then hardcore is like a good place to return to. So we'll see how long it takes for them to get Wrath Classic out, right? If I'm likely to go back to hardcore, it will be as TBC drags on. Because I don't really have any endgame aspirations for TBC at all. You know, I don't really care if I raid, I don't really have any designs on raiding. I'd love to do some heroics, but without heroic plus and heroic plus to like ascend through, I don't really know that we'll do too many heroics. There doesn't seem to be a reason to do too many. Just to do them, I guess. And so yeah, as the expansion drags out, probably start eyeing hardcore for something exciting to do. No, I'm having a lot of fun with what I'm doing right now. Yeah. There will come a time when I'm ready for other stuff. And there might not be other stuff for me then. And then that will be when I do a hardcore run. Alright, I'll pop the potion. Okay. Alright, well, we popped the potion and we are still gonna bite it. So these guys are a little bit strong for me. I'd rather die to fall damage. F you guys, I'm out. Not gonna let you kill me. Throw myself off this cliff first. Rip. If you don't... Dave, I like that. And in hardcore, if you aren't liking a tune, just accidentally overpull. It's quick to end a run. Yeah, in hardcore, there are no abandoned characters. There are only dead characters, because something will win out. Now, you might not intentionally get killed, but if you are feeling apathetic towards a character in hardcore, you're going to get that character killed. Like, if you're just playing, you're like, oh man, you know, this class, I'm not really digging this button pushing. If you start to feel apathetic towards a class in hardcore, you will get the character killed. And it may not seem to you as if it's your doing, but it's your doing, you know? You did it to yourself. That's true. There are no abandoned characters, just dead ones. The hardest thing at this point playing hardcore is going to be not having edit mode. What about my edit mode? I'm going to have to use like the standard classic UI. And I haven't had to look at that in a while. That's going to be interesting on its own. Starlord, thanks so much for being here today, man. Have a great rest of your day, buddy. Or fall from the boat. Yeah, I did fall off that boat that time. Alright, so I can't really take two of these guys at once. You know, and especially I went into battles. I went from Battle Stance to Berserker, and in Berserker they literally just beat the crap out of me. That 10% extra damage we take is a lot of extra damage, it turns out. So, like, I will be using Berserker Stance very selectively, probably just to grab interrupts on casters when I'm soloing. I don't want to take the extra damage. They should keep a TBC and a Wrath server coexisting. Yeah, but they'd be dead eventually. See, that's the thing. It takes a lot of work to keep a server running. People think you just flip the switch on the server and it runs itself and everything's fine. But like for every server you have running, you have to have a team of people dedicated to like running that server. And you know, Blizz they're a multi-dollar company, you know, so like that's like 12 people they'd have to pay. They'd have to create 12 jobs and actually pay people year-round, maybe forever. You know, like what's that like? How long are you gonna need these jobs? We need them on the balance sheet forever. Like people don't like to hear that, so that's why you don't have more servers. That's why there was never an official Fresh Start event for Season of Discovery. They even came out and just blatantly said, we don't have the manpower to do it. We can't spare the people to do a Fresh Start server of Discovery. And so we're not doing it. And same thing with keeping open a permanent Wrath server or anything like that, is that they don't want to put the people on it, and so they don't do it. It's not, to them it's not worth it. That's right, to them your enjoyment is not worth the people. Because eventually those servers will be mostly dead, like a few people will play on them, but there's all kinds of negative things from Blizzard's standpoint of keeping servers like that going. And then you have those servers pulling players from like where they really want players to be, so it's like you're creating products and servers that are competing with your products and servers, and it's like it isn't really a good capitalist thing to do. You don't want to have too many of the same product that compete with each other. Because you're just gonna, in the end, like, you're just gonna make less money overall. And it's gonna lead to consumer confusion and things like that. Business reasons. You know, in a way, you have to be okay with all those business reasons. Because without business and without business reasons, you wouldn't have games. It's because it all works together. So if there weren't absolute corporate greed, there probably also wouldn't be a big entertainment industry. It's all just connected. It's all part of the same stuff. You say, well, I wish we can get rid of that side of it. Well, you can't get rid of that side of it any more than you can get rid of your back without getting rid of your front, or your front without getting rid of your back. True silver bar. True silver bar vendors for 12 silver. That kind of makes sense. I really do like how clean these look. I really like how easily I can see like the durations of my bleed effects on top of the target. I think that's really awesome. Like, you can see them in the old ones too, but I think this is much more clear. Just all around looks better. Alright, so we are 10 out of 10. What do we want to do now? Maybe we should come up here and work on the next raptor quest. Jungle Stalkers? I think they're back here. Maybe they're further north, but either way, let's go check that out before we run back and turn anything in. We can... Want to cut across the bridge here? Yeah, I guess we can cut across this bridge. Oh no, this does not go anywhere. We cannot cut across that bridge. Come down this way. I thought there was like a way. I don't see a way. I have to make up a way. This seems fine. Okay, that was not water, that was land. But apparently we're fine. Yeah, I think we're definitely ready for Mage Weave. I have Mage Weave, so we've been getting some. I just keep forgetting to go to the auction house and look for the book. I'm pretty sure it's a book. Got lots of zesty clam meat. Do I have any recipes for this? No, and we're capped out. It's been a little weird how long we've been capped out on cooking. Like, I went really hard on cooking for a while, and now, until I get to Tannerus and turn in that quest, and actually we have to buy them. We have to, yeah, I need to make a note for myself, because I need to go to an auction house. And when I get to the auction house, there's several things that I need. And I'm not going to remember them unless I write it down. Okay, let's see. So we need materials for the cooking quest. We need the first aid book for Mage Weave. Alright, so that's my running to-do list. Things we have to do in town. That over here. Do I think the Xbox layoffs will touch Activision Blizzard? Yeah, I'm sure they will to some extent, but I think of all the teams that Xbox has, like, Blizzard is mostly safe. Because Blizzard has Warcraft, Blizzard has a lot of really, really big IPs that Xbox stands to make a lot of money off of in the future. So I think of all the teams at Xbox right now, the WoW teams are probably some of the safest teams, because, like, for sure those IPs are going to pull in money. As long as any future game content is decent. Alright, how is our inventory looking? 23 slots. Okay. So, what else can we do while we're out and about? Singing blue crystals, that comes from goblins kind of over in this area. Maybe we could go find them. Mistveil giblets, that's gorillas down south a little ways. We can sweep back through there. Skull splitter tusk? I kind of want to wait on these. Until we're a bit of a higher level, actually. We might go do some Tannerus stuff and come back here. And then we'll do, like, Zanzil's secret and the troll stuff. Because those are really dense areas, and I just think we could stand to be a little bit stronger before we go into all that. But we can definitely do the blue crystals if there's mobs available. We can do Mistveil giblets. Elder Crocolisk? Like, there might be some, like, right around Gromgol Base Camp. Maybe we can check that out. Not really the safest place to be looking for mobs, but I don't really know where else to find some. And I think those used to be elites. They're not elite anymore. Yeah, here's the boy I was talking about. I knew he'd be here. He's very reliable like that. A 100% chance to drop. Okay, well that's really nice. I didn't realize it was going to be a 100% chance to drop. I'm glad we took a moment to come investigate this. Man, I don't even want to see the Zeppelins. I get like transportation envy for the Horde side. Anytime I see a Zeppelin, I'm like, ah, yes. Oh, the ease of first class travel. One of the benefits the Horde has. Alright, so that's done. Maybe I should just go turn in the Raptor Mastery. We can get the Tethys quest. That's down kind of in the same area we were just in. We might eventually have to spend a little bit of money to, like, power level our alchemy. Like, we have some skill ups, but there's, like, too much crossover. Like, I need Goldthorn for both of these. I need Goldthorn for everything, basically. It's, like, too much material crossover to get many skill ups. I love it when I just can't find an herb. Like some... Oh my god, there it is. Jesus. It just blends right into everything else for me sometimes. Dave, have a good rest of your day, man. We'll catch you later. Take care. Whoa. Wait. What happened to my dialogue UI? What's happening to all my add-ons, please? I updated all my add-ons today. I was a good boy. Like, why is this happening to me? Jesus. It says it's good. Dialogue UI up to date. Says it's up to date. What is happening? Oh my god, it's out of date. I don't understand. Have add-on developers, like, they're just slacking now? They don't have time to update these quickly? I don't know. I guess I shouldn't talk. I don't know what it takes to update these, but it sucks to not have them. It sucks not have them when you get used to having them. And, like, every time it happens, it annoys me to the point where, like, I'm ready to chuck all my add-ons in the bin. So, like, see, I get so used to having it, and now I don't have it. It's now I'm back to this, and so, like, wow, great. Like, I can't even read this. It's a good thing I don't have to read it. Let's just keep going. Maybe in a couple days they'll fix all the add-ons. Narcissus is not working. I can't get Narcissus to work at all, which is really awful for me because I use that to make screenshots for thumbnails and stuff. So, you know, I'm about to enter a dark age of shitty thumbnails because Narcissus doesn't work and there's no other Photoshop options. Classic Plus request. Please build a photo mode into the game. It's a game in 2026. Like, modern WoW should have this too, obviously. Like, we need to have an in-game photo mode. Please, please make it so that I don't have to keep relying on an add-on to do things that the game could natively do for me. Thanks. Like, give me a better quest window, because you can definitely make a better quest window so I can stop using dialogue UI, and give me an in-game photo mode so I can stop using Narcissus. Like, those should be, like, their UI team has been really good recently, and they should be able to do stuff like that, no problem. Did it ever happen on my stream that an opposite faction just kept killing me? I mean, we only played on a PvP server one time, because streamers can't play on PvP servers if you really think about it for a minute. But the one time that I did try to play on a PvP server, we got to, like level 45, I think. Oh, we were in Ungoro. We got to like level 50 on that pally before I had to go to the PvE server. But yeah, I've been camped. I've been stream sniped, and that's why we don't play on a PvP server anymore. Because as fun as it was, people are losers. And they hang out in Discords, and they snipe people who are streaming. It's just their hobby. So it was one of those things where, like, it was fun while it lasted, you know? Let's see, where do I want to go next? I'm gonna head down south. Come down here and see if we can't find, those other goblins. CNET, welcome to the stream, buddy. Go to your add-on list and at the top click load out a day. I think I have that checked. Load out a day add-ons, yeah, because, like, things were working and then they're not. No, I don't. It's not working at all. Thank you. Let's see if that makes all my stuff work, because that could be my problem. I wasn't looking up there at all. Yeah, is that new? I don't remember that button always being up there. I remember that button being somewhere else. Ooh, a chest. Oh, Jesus. A mob. I want that chest. How many mobs? Just the one. Okay. Oh, dude. CNET, you're a fucking lifesaver, man. That fixed my Narcissist. You have no idea how sad I was. You'll notice that today's thumbnail image is, like, from the other day. It's because without Narcissist, I can't take good screenshots in this game. The lighting sucks, the positioning sucks, the camera sucks. There's no way to take good screenshots natively in this game. And I was really sad that I couldn't get Narcissist to work, so I appreciate that. The button is new. Okay, awesome. That's why I never would have looked up there for it. I feel like load out-of-date add-ons used to be somewhere else. And when I stopped seeing it, I just assumed that I have it clicked, because I always have it clicked. But if they moved it up there and did something different with it, that explains it. Yeah, definitely a lifesaver for my emotional state. I was feeling a certain way about add-ons today when Narcissus still wouldn't work for me. The chest! I got distracted. I'm sorry. I lost sight of it, chat. There it is. Okay. Yeah, like, without the ability to do all the stuff in here that I can do, like, I just... Making screenshots is dull. Thumbnails become dull and tedious work. Without a good Photoshop tool, without a good, like, photo mode. We don't need anything up here. Let's keep going. It looked like somebody already looted that chest. There wasn't even a green item in it. Just a bunch of white items. King's Blood? Am I using King's Blood for anything anymore? No. No, I'm not. Okay. We're not using it. It doesn't give Herbalism skill ups, so we're not going to bother with it. Monica, welcome to the stream, and thanks for joining us today. Got some Purple Lotus back here. I need Purple Lotus. Purple Lotus is like a guaranteed skill up for Herbalism. But we got trolls back here. We have quite a few trolls. Let's see if we can get in on the other side. Alright, that works. God, I keep confusing my mount keybind for my first aid keybind. I have F6 and Shift F6, which is a mouse button for me, and I just like my brain keeps flipping them no matter what I do. And then I tried to actually flip them on my bars, and I'm still not getting it right. So like if you see me popping bandages and it doesn't seem like I would need to pop a bandage, it's because I tried to mount and my brain keeps pushing the wrong button. It's happened like a dozen times. I'm sure it's not a sign of some kind of mental decline. It's probably okay. It's probably fine. Alright, here we go. This is the area with the goblins we need. If they're not all completely farmed out, which a lot of times they are, because this is a tiny, tiny area, but sometimes when they're farmed out, sometimes the respawn rate really kicks in and helps us out. So let's hang out here for a bit and see what happens. Any player you see with an with like a health bar above their head, that's an opposite faction player, yeah. If it's someone on my faction, they'll just have their name. If they have a health bar, it's a horde person. This warlock is having some issues. He is just having a rough time over here with these mobs. His problem is that he's level 39. I think that might be his problem. It's probably one of his problems. Well, the other problem is that he doesn't seem to have a pet. Maybe he lost his pet. Maybe he's doing a petless build. I don't know. That exists. Yeah, no, I didn't want to pull all three. I did not know that was going to pull all three, and I cannot fight all three, so we gotta run. No, you know, we might have been able to fight them all with, if we had popped Retaliation. Maybe we could do it with Retaliation. It looks like the Pallies, or somebody's going in. Who is that? Is that a Pally? Oh, that is a Pally, yeah. Alright, if they're all still in there, maybe we do take them, and we just pop Retaliation. Just, yeah, let's do that. Let's see if that works. Okay, I mean, it did not work. I think we'll be able to get him. Yeah, I mean, if you want a mining job that's a little bit more safe, you can't join the venture company. You know what I mean? Like, if you wanted to actually be a legitimate miner, you gotta join the alliance. I don't know. Like, joining the venture company, you can't have an expectation of, like, longevity. They don't recruit people with families. Don't worry about it. No, don't think like that. No, none of these lads have families. Because if they did, they wouldn't have put themselves in this position. Well, they're all single goblins. No attachments. It's not sad at all that we're murdering them. Life's tough in Azeroth. Yeah, I mean, it is the world of Warcraft, right? It's not the world of safe, gainful employment, you know? If you step out your door in Azeroth, you have to assume that, like, many things out there could and are going to try to kill you. This drop rate's really bad, but we've actually gotten really lucky with the mobs in this area. There haven't been a lot of other players, and when there were other players, the respawn rate was treating us well, so 5 out of 10, I think we're good to keep grinding here for a while. Most of the players seem to have the moost taken off to other places. How was the stream yesterday? The retail stream? It was okay. It would have been better if I had just decided to boost that character right away. started it boosted at level 80 instead of boosting it midway through like I had to do. It's just another retail experience. Sometimes we have retail experiences and they're awesome. Other times we have retail experiences and they are what they are. And then we're just happy that we can play Classic. If you want to hear my full rant about retail, you gotta listen to the first half hour of the stream. I spent the entire first half hour talking about my my experience and my thoughts about the leveling and stuff like that. And I told chat I was done, so I'm not gonna rehash it. But it was literally the first half hour. But it's not like I had any thoughts or revelations that we all haven't had dozens of times, like those of us who have tried to level up in retail. Nothing groundbreaking. Who doesn't like a good rant? I like the 15 or 20 people who leave when I go on rants. That's who. The 15 or 20 people who always close out when I go on a rant about retail. Those people don't like it, and so I have to be judicious with how I spend that time. Alright, I don't know if I can finish off this second guy. I think I have to... Yeah, we have to leash him. There we go. Alright, let's eat up. Is one of Nat Peggle's fish here? I don't think so. Is he? I don't think... Maybe. Let's see. Maybe this one? Oh, Savage Coast. Blue Sailfin. Is the Savage Coast here somewhere? I don't know. Could be. Vile Reef. It's the bay just south of Gromgul. Right on. Are we close to that? Yeah, we're kind of close. We'll check it out after we finish this one. If we finish this one. We need one more item, but there's a level 70 running somebody through. Or maybe it's a person on their own level 70 running themselves through, who knows. But yeah, regardless, we got a level 70 in the area. Well, that's fun though, CNET. Sword and board all the way up. You can do like sword and board with a arms build. And go for the bleeds and stuff. They'll probably still be pretty strong. I don't know about actually going prot. But sword and board's always fun. Well, we're gonna have to just like stand still and hang out. I hate having to do this in areas. It's really, really droll when you have to stand still and wait for respawns, but that seems to be the only way we might get any. We got lots of players camped out. We need one more item. It'd be really nice to be able to just finish this. If we can't finish it, I'll go fish the fish and we'll come back. I'll give it a couple minutes and see if we can get a respawn. I'm not gonna be able to compete with a level 70, so. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. This person's frustrating me. Let's go see if we can do the fish. Lisa, good afternoon to you. Dante, welcome to the stream and thanks for joining us today. So anywhere right here should work. This is the Savage Coast. So let's see. So we're looking for a blue sailfin. I wonder how long this typically takes. What's the drop rate? Like 1%? 1 out of every 100? 1 out of every 50? Oh, there we go. I just had to talk about it a bit. That's it. That was pretty easy. Alright. Alright, let's go back. See if we can get our last goblins. There is 1 out of 4, so the other ones are all over the place. We gotta go to Swamp of Sorrows, which I haven't been there yet. We have to go to Feralus, and then... I don't know what the other one is. Feralus, Swamp of Sorrows, Stranglethorn. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Desolus, oh dear god. Desolus? Okay. Yeah, that's probably going to be the last one we do. I don't have a flight point out to Desolus. I don't really have anything close to Desolus whatsoever. It's another one of those quests that's it's easier to do it on the Horde side, right? I think I went too far south. Apparently we have a full inventory. I take back all the good things I said about our luck in this area. Oh, we have a talent point to spend. Alright, let's put that into Blood Frenzy. To be more damage on bleeding targets. Do the goblins near the lake have them? No, they have a different crystal. That's for an earlier quest. The only goblins that have the singing blue crystals is the ones we were fighting, which is why the quest is always a pain in the ass to get done. It's a small area, there's only a certain number of mobs. I threw out all those pages and my inventory is already full again. Sweet. Wow. Oh, good. Oh, this looks wonderful. This looks like it's working perfectly. I've never seen it flash like that before. What does that mean? Maybe my graphic drivers are out of date. I don't think that's why we got kicked out. We got kicked out for unknown reasons. Oh, this is looking really good. I got no character names. Oh man, my game is looking like it needs to be completely purged. Possibly just deleted. Never seen any weird stuff like that before. Let's just ignore it and pretend like everything's fine. Alright, that's 5 out of 5 for the giblets. Let's go north one more time. We're gonna go check on our goblin buddies. Oh, look, I don't have an icon on the mini-map anymore either, guys. Oh, isn't that really cool? Oh, look at that, we're flying blind. We don't know where we're at. Guys, can someone tell me what's wrong with my game? Like, why is my game acting like this? I've never had weird shit like this happen before. My character list had no names. My login screen was like flashy white. Never seen that before. I don't have an icon on my minimap now. Like, what in the hell am I gonna have to do? Do I have to just uninstall and reinstall the game at this point? Ooh, Mr. Santa, have a good rest of your day, man. Take care. We'll catch you next time. Still no icon on the minimap. I have well and truly just broken the game. Like, if I've broken the game, I ought to just Alt F4 and reload it, I guess. Let's close it and reopen it and see if that helps. Yeah, I'm not running any minimap add-ons, though. I'm trying to think of, like, I don't think add-ons are causing this problem. Maybe they are. I don't know. I loaded out-of-date add-ons already. That is a good tip, though. I had to do that earlier just to make Narcissus work. So I did that. I've updated everything that can be updated. I've enabled the out-of-date ones, but I don't know what could be causing the minimap issue. That's a new one. Now my game just doesn't want to launch now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to purge my entire game of World of Warcraft, and I'm gonna have to reinstall, I think. This thing is well and truly effed. I'm going to try to get back in so we can keep playing a bit today, but I might have to reinstall the game. Because it's just not working right. It won't even, like... Yeah, it's even taking a minute to open it up to even, like, open the game up. It's crazy. Oh, boy. Okay, well, I got character names now. Like, all my characters have names again, so that's good. I think my graphics driver's out of date. I can't update it while I'm streaming. I downloaded it last night, so I know it's out of date. It didn't apply. I thought it was going to download and install it, but I don't think it did. I think it just downloaded it. Okay, I have an icon again, though. We can keep playing for now, but later I'll update my drivers and I'm gonna uninstall the game and reinstall it, because I think, like, it looks effed, so... As I was saying, we're gonna go north and check on our goblin friends again. See if we can get our last Singing Blue Crystal Shard. That would be awesome. And then if we want, we can just hearth back to Booty Bay, right? Let's see. Yeah, Booty Bay is where we're hearth set to, so... Just need one more crystal. Retaliation is not nearly as powerful as I remember it being in Vanilla era. Like, usually you go into a group like that and Retaliation basically kills all of them. It didn't happen. Without that healer, like, we probably would have died. Also, I'll point out, I just killed 4 guys. There we go, thank God. Like, come on, 4 guys, give me 1 item. Oh, let's get out of here. This started off looking like it was going to be easy to get this one done and became very painful. Do I want to hearth out? I think so. Yeah, I think I'm good to hearth out of here.
Yeah, what do you want?
There we go. That's a pretty clean inventory. It's about as clean as it gets.
Have a good one.
Yo! Time is money, friend! Keep it real! Interest you on the fight? Off with you.
You need something?
Hey there. Be careful.
Yo! Time is money, friend.
I feel like maybe this is a good time to head to Tannerus. Like, we can do the first half of Tannerus, we can come back here and we can do some of the higher level stuff. We've got Skull Splitter Tusk, the Captain's Quest, the Elite Guy, we got Tethys, Zanzil's Secrets, Heart of Mach. We got a lot of stuff here to do. But I don't think we're gonna do it all right now. I think we're not going back to Dustwallow to do anything. Crusted Tailfins I don't think I'm going to bother with. Alright, so what would be our best method to get the Tannerus? I guess we just jump the boat to Booty Bay, or from Booty Bay to Ratchet, and then we fly. We have the Gadgetzan flight point. But I guess the question is, do I need to go to Stormwind first? I need the materials for the cooking quest. Yeah, I gotta go to Stormwind first. And I have to look up what we need off the auction house. Stormwind's pretty close.
Here there.
Alright, I'm gonna go bio in flight. I will be back. Alright, we're back. So we have to get materials for the cooking quest, and we have to get the first aid mage weave book off the auction house. I know we need giant eggs, and I have to look up what else we need. Alter X Swiss, Giant Eggs, Zesty Clam Meat. I thought there was one more. Maybe not. Maybe there's only 3? I thought there were 4 different items. Okay, I'm gonna buy what it says, and then we'll find out. Tanita, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. 20 Alter X Swiss. Wow. Getting 20 of these is going to be really freaking expensive. Yeah, I mean, I bet we can go somewhere and buy it for like nothing. Just Alter X Swiss. About to say goodbye to all of our money. What's next? 12 giant eggs. Yep. And 10 zesty clam meat that I definitely had in my inventory. And then I vendored it. I wonder if I can just go check a vendor and maybe I'm lucky and I can buy that stuff back because we had a bunch of clam meat.
I buy and trade.
No, just 2 of it.
Be careful.
That's a bummer. All right. And we need the Mage Weave book. I think it's going to be called Manual something 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 Mage Weave. We might as well do whatever alchemy we can while we're here. It won't be a lot, but we might have a few things we can learn. See, we're gonna have to buy Goldthorn, because no matter what we want to make at this level, we need Goldthorn for it. If we had a pile of Goldthorn, then we'd have a ton of skill ups. Because we have lots of Khadgar Whiskers, we have lots of Wild Steel Bloom, we have lots of Fade Leaf. So maybe we'll buy some, we'll go check the price maybe. I mean, I'm basically broke, so I mean, really, I can't afford to be doing it like that. So how are we gonna do it? Well, Cat's Eye Elixir I absolutely don't need. I'm just gonna go with the skill ups down here. Do Khadgar Whisker and Goldthorn for greater mana pots. Maybe I could sell the greater mana pots on the auction house. I don't know if like anybody buys stuff like that, but we can go check. And then that's gonna be it. If I had like 100 Goldthorn, we could really push this. I mean, at least we got it past 225. Because we had been basically stalled out at 200 for a while. So that feels pretty good. Let's see what else we can learn. Greater water breathing. Okay, very cool. And superior healing pot. Sungrass we haven't been picking up yet. I don't think we're going to be getting sungrass until we're in places like the Western Plaguelands. Huh. Okie dokie.
Go in peace.
Ichor of Undeath, okay. I bet we can buy some of those. I have 10 purple lotus. Okay. So there's not really a lot else we can do right now. We could probably do some of these. But we're not in any rush to. I think we're pretty good for now. Level 43 at 229, that feels pretty okay. You know, it's not as good as some of our other professions, but it feels okay. Is there anything else we want to do while we're in Stormwind City? We're trained up. We don't have any more skills till 44. So I think we're good. I think we can go back to Booty Bay. We'll take the boat over to Ratchet. We'll fly down to Gadgekstan. We should be able to immediately pick up and turn in the cooking quest. Get that expanded out. Oh, and you know what? I have turtle meat in my bank. Oh, we have bank access in Gadgekstan too. That's right. So we can pull out the turtle meat and we can cook that once we're not capped anymore. Should get us into the 300s.
King's honor, friend. For the Alliance.
You know, I realized we never did Cathedral. We just kind of skipped over it. And I'm okay with that, actually. I'm okay with the fact that we did not run a bunch of Scarlet Monastery on this character. We got like everything out of Armory except for the axe, obviously. And then we just didn't bother with it again, and I'm fine with it. Obviously now we're looking forward to Zul'Farrak. I don't want to jinx it, but it'd be really cool if we can get the two one-handed swords and turn them into the epic two-handed sword. That would be really cool. So I could rock that all the way to the Dark Portal. And I know that because in Season of Mastery, I'm pretty sure I wore that to 60. So I probably could have got better weapons, but they wouldn't have looked as cool. It's a really cool looking two-hander if you can put it together. We just missed the boat.
What can I do for you? Greetings. See you around.
Light be with you. Light bless you.
I guess this is a check in the column of the Alliance for advantages. We don't have Zeppelins, but because we have boats, we have more reasons to fish. Whereas on the Horde side, you're not always waiting for boats. You're often getting on Zeppelins.
What's up? Hurry back!
New armor and weapon looks. I wonder if they'll do that for Classic Plus. Like, just not necessarily remake all the gear sets, but maybe put in like a bunch of different looks that we haven't seen before. That'd be cool to be running around the world seeing people in leveling gear that you don't recognize. Like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, what are they wearing? Yeah, I think they'll definitely expand on class quests and things like that. If they don't, that'd be a missed opportunity. Or just more thematic stuff in general. Hopefully they have the people to write and create that kind of content. Stuff that actually resonates as like faction specific or class or race specific. It's going to depend on whether or not they have the right people who actually like know what those vibes are like. The people that write the heritage armor quests in Modern WoW, like, those are probably the right people, because they tend to do a really good job with that stuff. But will those be the same people working on Classic Plus and writing quests for Classic Plus? I don't think so. Maybe, but probably not. It would be really cool to see class halls return as just like an evergreen feature. Like in Classic Plus, just to have a class order hall. You could do lots of cool things with it. It doesn't, no artifact weapons or anything like that, but just the idea of having a place where like your class kind of congregates, where you can do like your class questing out of there, events can pop up, new quests can pop up in there. That would be really cool. And then of course you would have a Hearthstone that specifically takes you to that place. So you could kind of use it as a base of operations. We're 17 out of 25 in the quest log. So I don't think I'm just going to pick up everything. I'm going to pick up the things that we know we're going to do as we're going to do them for now. Starting with Water Pouch Bounty. And Wastewander Justice. Divine Omatic Rod is a Gadget Stand quest. We'll grab that. Actually, maybe I shouldn't grab the Gadget Stand quest until I'm ready to actually go do it. Let's... do we want to set our Hearthstone here? Yeah, I guess. Why not? It's pretty easy to get back to Booty Bay from here. Here's our cooking guy. This should be the quest.
Do I have a deal for you?
Clamlet Surprise. Yeah, here we go.
Keep it real.
Very cool.
Hey, how you doing? Have a good one.
That's it. That gets our cooking up to 300. So now, if I go to the bank, I can pull out the turtle meat I have there and I can cook that. Right here at this convenient cooking fire.
Glad I could help.
Oh, we need soothing spices. We might not have a trade good vendor. I think this happened to me before. I don't think we have a trade good vendor here. Like, you'd think amongst all these goblins there'd be somebody with trade good supplies, but I don't think anybody has cooking stuff. Because I'm pretty sure I've been through this exact same thing before. Where I was like ready to cook a bunch of turtle meat and I couldn't do it. Because I didn't have the mats. Let's pick up Caliph, Andre.
What's up? Right back. Keep it real.
That's a ZF quest. And water survey we're not going to do right now. Okay, well that's kind of a bummer. I wanted to get that leveled up. I guess we'll just toss the turtle meat back into our bank. And hope that I remember to pull it back out and cook it later. Maybe Steamweedle Port has a trade goods vendor. We'll have to remember when we head out that way. Maybe they have somebody who sells soothing spices.
Talk to me.
And for now, I'm just gonna... Ooh. Oh no. Okay, let's open up some inventory space here. That... And let's put another one in here. There we go.
Glad I could help.
Alright, must be prime time server time. Every single mob for this quest, every single one of them is dead. Yep, 8:30 on a Wednesday or whatever day today is, Thursday, I guess. Yeah, that sounds like a time when every single person is, for some reason, in Tannerus. We could do some. I could just do ZF. I mean, I don't really think I'm ready though. I don't think I want to tank ZF until I'm like level 44, 45. I think I'm just stuck dealing with the respawns. Hoping for respawns, rather. High on the list for Classic Plus. We need more, like, level 40 zones to go to. At least 2 more level 40 to 50 zones would be really nice. It would spread people out a bit and just add a lot of variety to leveling. Should remake Azara. Flesh out Azara the way they did Dustwallow Marsh. Give it the Dustwallow treatment. And make it like a level 40 to 50 zone. Both factions should be able to quest there, obviously, and both factions have pretty easy, like, access to get into Azara. We have a Tauren warrior out here. We have a Blood Elf Paladin, level 48, level 43. And that's really all it takes to completely deplete an area of mobs. No path available. Oh, okay. Alright, we've come too far. We have rogues, we have shadow mages down here. We don't need these guys yet. We have gone out of the area of our quest. This feels like fast leveling, like the playthrough in general. I don't know. It's been okay. It hasn't felt slow, and we haven't run out of quests to do. That's the biggest thing that's like really important, is like maintaining a sense of momentum. Feeling like you can move from zone to zone and not get to that point where you're like, okay, I have nothing within my level range that I can really tackle. And that helps it feel smoother, which, like, even if it's not necessarily like a lot faster, it feels better. Without having that gap in content that you get into in the 40s sometimes. I wonder what our slash played is. I haven't checked it. Let's see. Slash played is 2 days and 17 hours. 2 days and 17 hours. $65 hours of playtime. 65 hours of playtime to get to level 43. Valnencho, take care, man. We'll catch you next time. We just need one more pouch. Then we'll go turn these in and we'll grab the follow-up.
Money, friend! Hurry back!
Yo! Time is money, friend. Be good.
What's my favorite race? Probably Blood Elves. But anything on the Alliance side is good besides gnomes. Eeks, thank you so much for the super chat. The gnome hate makes you sad, but I appreciate the support, buddy. Thank you. I mean, they have 3 fingers. It's not. I didn't design them. Blizzard decided to give them 5 toes and 3 fingers, and that's where you lost me. Maybe someday. I think maybe like I can see like maybe a gnome warlock, a gnome rogue, or a gnome mage. But so far on the channel, I have played basically no gnomes. So we had one hardcore gnome warrior that, like, in their novelty became very fun to play before I got them killed to murlocs on accident. Are gnomes the least played alliance side race? Yeah, I think they must be. It might be close between dwarves and gnomes, but no, I think, like, in Classic at least. In Classic at least, gnomes must be the least played. Mechanomes. Yeah, I mean, in modern WoW, yeah, Mechanomes might be, like, Mechanomes, Vulpera. There's probably lots of stuff in modern WoW pretty low on the played list. Nightborn, like, nobody plays Nightborn. Etc. And there's Caliph. Now Caliph has 2 guards around him that are stealth, doesn't he? Shit. Oh, I really needed to heal up. Oh, you little bastard. If you cause me to lose Caliph, I'm going to be very unhappy. We've learned that retaliation is not very powerful. Like, I don't know if they nerfed retaliation in TBC or what they did, but retaliation kind of sucks. Otherwise, I would just go with... Oh, son of a bitch. Yep, see, we lost him. Who are you? Can I invite you? Wow. Awesome. Well, that sucks. I really doubt we'll see him again. Retaliation time. I don't know how we could manage that. I couldn't. He had some stupid disguise on. I couldn't even tell if he was a Horde player or an Alliance player because he had one of those dumb disguise elixirs up. But whatever. Like, if he was an Alliance, then like, what a dick for not inviting me. If he was Horde, then oh well. I kind of hate this quest, so I will go ahead and group up with this guy. Anything where you have to fight warlocks that had Voidwalker pets is a bad time. Because, you know, every pull becomes a 2 pull. They have the attack power and the HP of a normal mob. This all worked out really well. Oh boy. Maybe we're not ready for this place yet. Where else could I go? I don't think I'm ready to do these quests. These quests kind of suck. And I don't really want to do them, and I definitely don't want to do them at like a low level. What did I miss? I missed Swamp of Sorrows. I missed Badlands. I didn't do anything in Badlands. I missed Desolus. I didn't do anything in Desolus. Yeah, all that stuff is way low level now. Yeah, I think I kind of screwed up a little bit. Maybe we'll just have to do like a bunch of ZF. As much as I'd hate to just grind ZF, we might have to. Yeah, I did say ZF, but I can't do it today. It's too late in the stream for me to do it today. We'll do it tomorrow, and then I'll be 44 by then. Be in a little bit better position to tank it if I'm level 44, I think. Yeah. No, we're gonna have to come back to these once we gain a couple levels. We are not gonna do these now. These are gonna have to wait. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop right here for today. Need to reassess what our plan is. I think maybe if we do a couple of ZF runs and maybe we can come back to these quests at like level 45 or so would be better. Other than that, I don't really know where else we can do any questing, so we might just kind of be stuck for a little bit. But we'll get a couple levels in ZF and we will go from there. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me today. We'll be back here tomorrow at our usual time, and I would love to see you then. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.